Coming up on The Experiment, how a man finds out that ding-dongs and dumbbells don't mix.
President Donald Trump and Caitlyn Jenner join us.
We'll explain this and this.
And is it the end of the world?
The Tim and Cheney B Experiment starts right now. Well, Tim, I'm a little worried. It's the end of the world.
It is. You know, we do live on the in the Eastern time zone. So, as you know, the world runs on America time. We still have 6 hours, so get busy. End of the world.
Our time is all that matters. Yeah, so you have 6 hours to get right with God, pack your luggage, and do whatever you need to do.
Have you gotten right with God?
There's just not enough time in 6 hours.
I've been praying all day, Shani V.
You have?
Yes, while I was washing hair, I would say little prayers to the Lord to make sure that if something bad happens, that me and my wife and our animals get taken to heaven straight away in the rapture.
That's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's very sweet.
Yes.
And I hope that Bob Barker, my dog, makes it to heaven.
Bob Barker. All Bob Barkers go to heaven. Your dog's name is Bob Barker?
I'm not sure. Yes, Bob Barker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so. But since today is September 23rd, it is the end of the world, we are going to provide a service to our Tim and Cheney B Experiment community by going on Apocalypse Watch today. We want you to be the first to know if someplace in the world it is, in fact, the end of the world. So
now, I notice you don't have Pyongyang, North Korea on there. That would be where it starts, I think.
Well, you know, I think Kim Jong-un's webcam is down.
Oh, it is? Okay.
But London has been gracious enough to provide us a live feed of a bridge going over some water there. We have Melbourne, Australia, Tokyo joining us. Wow, there's nobody doing anything in Tokyo right now.
No Godzilla?
Oh, maybe the end of the world happened in Tokyo.
Uh-oh.
Venice still looks okay. I don't see any death and destruction in Venice, but we'll keep an eye on the live feed. Hopefully you will keep an eye on the live feed as well, and that you will chat with us. So if Tim and I are sitting here BSing and just goofing off and having a good time, and you notice the world is ending somewhere, you can chat there, right there on YouTube.
Yeah, the first thing you want to do if the world starts to end is call us.
Well,
we'll help you get through it.
We're gonna die together.
That's right. Let's all go out together. We'll all go together when we go, said the great Tom Lehrer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So phone lines are open. If you want to call in on the Tim and Cheney B Experiment today, the number to call is 1-800. No.
Yes.
No, it's 877-310-2100. 877-310-2100. If you would like to join in the fun.
Yeah,
and
please join us. Is it exciting? I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So we got lots to cover today. Yeah, the end of the world, but there's also other news, you know. There is also other news, including...
Yes, there is other news. There is Donald Trump losing his mind. Well, okay, let me back up. For some reason, he went after the NFL players who take a knee and pretty much called them sons of bitches, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, he said that he's been out campaigning for Luther Strange out in Alabama.
Okay.
And he made a comment about football players that kneel during the national anthem. I loved the comment.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't hold anything back. I kind of dig that, but it's caused an S-storm. If you go to Twitter, everybody's fighting each other, and that's kind of fun. I enjoy watching that.
Well, yeah, the S-storms are always good.
And participating.
We are also told that Donald Trump will join us on the Tim and Cheney B Experiment today.
That's what I've been told.
So hopefully he can make it. I know he's had a rough week because he was also at the UN, did his first General Assembly speech.
Now, that speech I liked. A lot of people were saying that it was dark, but we need a Teddy Roosevelt kind of guy with a big stick, even though he may not, you know, because of the hands. But we don't know for sure.
I just love that he called everybody out to their face.
Mm-hmm.
He called out socialism and
Venezuela. That was actually a very good
specifically point. Venezuela, the Iran nuclear deal, and said that thing was an embarrassment, and said that to Iran's face.
Yeah.
Rocket Man, little Kim Jong-un, of course. Was North Korea there? North Korea was there.
I don't know. Maybe they have an envoy. I don't know. They came back and called him a dotard.
Was it a dotard or a dotard?
It's dotard, but it's funnier to say dotard.
I like dotard. I like that CBS spent a lot of time looking up that word.
I know.
They did. Apparently, thanks to CBS, that I know that it means senile old man.
He's a dotard, a dotard.
A dotard.
He's not, though. He's not dottering old man. He's a big, kind of a tall guy, right? Big, burly, masculine. Sexy.
He's sharp as a tack.
He is sharp as a
and
tack.
he is just taking them on, and I enjoy it. Some people are sick of it. Are you sick of it? Why don't you chat?
Yeah.
Let us know. In fact, I'm going to put the YouTube chat up. Let's see here. Already people are chatting away.
Really? You want to read some chat stuff?
You can read them too. Let's see.
Sean says first.
Jeff says second.
Sean says, "What's up, Jeff?"
Oh, they're talking amongst themselves.
Well, they are. That's okay. Oh, Lisa's there. Technically, she was first. She's always the one who says she's first. Hi, Lisa.
What do you mean first? Oh, because it's from the bottom to the top.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
This better not be a Steve and Vicky Donald Trump interview. No, Jeff, it's not. It's definitely not going to be a Steve and Vicky. No. We didn't spend hours cutting up an interview we did 20 years ago.
No. Oh, that was not a good way to go.
That was a great. You know what? We're going to do a show, Great Moments in Atlanta Radio History, and that'll probably be in the top 10.
It was certainly unforgettable.
Well, great could be good or bad. It's
but
just
you know
great.
who nailed Stephen? No, it wasn't Stephen Vicky.
It was just Steve. He was doing it when he was doing mornings at
Yeah.
106.7.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who? But yeah,
Only the Kimmer.
But old Donald Trump was like, "I never said that to you people."
I don't know who you are. You're a jerk. You're a schmuck.
That's proof that he is not a dotard daughter.
Exactly.
So there you have it. So Sean, Jeff, Chris, Lisa, we are glad to have you and everybody else who is watching. Be sure to smash the like button.
Yeah. Smash it really hard.
Smash the subscribe button.
Use your foot if you have to.
Just beat the hell out of it.
break your toe.
No.
Break your toe.
Did you break a toe?
No. I stumbled wearing boots. It's very painful.
Were you drunk?
No, I wasn't drunk. I'm just old.
Well, welcome to the club, pal.
That's right.
Welcome to the club.
So this end of the world thing, though, it interests me because I don't know exactly where this comes from. I know that there are a couple of these biblical scholars who take all these passages from the Bible and then they map them to the stars. So you have a mixture of religion and astrology, not astronomy, astrology. So you have, I guess, from what I understand, Shani B, you have two constellations that are in the path of the elliptical. Now, that would be Virgo, the Virgin, and Leo. Now, the stars in Leo, plus a bunch of planets, make up a crown that is supposed to be from Revelations, this woman wearing a crown, and she's supposed to be giving birth to Jupiter, which is zigzagging all around because, as you know, Jupiter doesn't go in our sky in a circular fashion. It goes into retrograde. So apparently, according to these people, Jupiter was coming out of Virgo's uterus and therefore was ushering in the end of times. So were we going...
I'm impressed that you knew all that.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh, well.
I like these conspiracy things. They're interesting.
There's always good stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you get sucked in the YouTube rabbit hole where you go down and down and down and you read everything. Hey, we got a phone call. I don't know how to handle that.
Well, it's amazing. Well, you could either put it on hold or we'll take it live. Let's do it live.
Let's do it live!
I didn't check the phone, so hopefully this will work. 877-310-2100. Hello. Whoops.
Yes, hello?
Yours?
I hung up on him. And you know...
Yours will put them on hold. Yeah, that's the screening phone. This one's the on-air phone.
Okay, see, I'm a phone screener, part-time.
Yes.
And I should know that.
Yes, but I also switched the modes of phone. So, hey, whoever that was, call us back.
Yeah, call us back.
We'll
We
talk
didn't
about
mean
the
to
end of
hang
the
up
world.
on you.
But, you know, I've done a little bit of research here using Rational Wiki because I like real news.
Okay.
Okay, Rational Wiki.
And you found a bunch of other predictions that called for the end of the world, right?
There's a whole slew of stuff. And, I mean, it goes back to 1st century CE. But looking at the 20th century and on is pretty interesting because the Jehovah's Witnesses, okay, 1914, 1915, 1918, 1920, 1925. Hold on. There's more. There's more. Let's see. There was 1994. I'm scrolling backwards now. 1994. But 1975. Hey, that's when I was born, and that probably should have been the end of the world, right?
Why is it always these Christian cults that think
1941.
they know what the end of the world is? They keep trying to decode the Bible. You don't hear Jewish people talking about the end of the world. You don't hear Muslims talking about the end of the world or Buddhists. It's always these, splinter groups from Christianity.
It's people that... They're alarmists. They want everybody to be in fear so that they'll convert to their way. That's what I believe.
Okay, join us, and you can go into heaven in our special spaceship.
877-310-2100, just like the Heaven's Gate cult.
You got it?
We got a call. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Tim and Shani B Experiment on this last day of living.
Hey, I'm preparing for the end of the world.
Okay, what are you doing?
Well, we went out and we stocked up on bread and milk.
Okay.
I'll let you know there is still bread and milk at the Publix off of Town Lake Parkway in Woodstock to prepare for the end of the world.
Okay,
thank
good.
God. Thank
good.
God. Thank God.
And I wondered, is Dave Baker there? I want to ask him a question about if the end of the world damaged my roof, because my roof I've had some leaks in the roof, what I should do about it.
Sir, if you had a damage from the end times and it hurt your roof, just call one of my favorite guys. I'm not going to say the name because it's a live thing, but, just call me Dave Baker, and I'll get you set up with a nice new roof.
Can you give us a good roof?
Roof!
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, you're very welcome, Pete. Anonymous caller.
Free advice. Hey, save me a roll of toilet paper because I'm trapped here in the padded room, and
hey, don't
the
worry,
world might not end until
you can
we
use
get out of here.
leaves. Go ahead out in the backyard, and it's fall, so bring all the leaves in, and if you run out of toilet paper, you can just use those.
That is some sound practical advice.
We're ready for it.
Okay.
As long as the internet doesn't drop during the Tim and Shaney B experiment.
I hope not. Caller, may God bless you in the rest of this life and on into the next life.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, caller.
And that officially is our best caller of all time.
That was great to have an update on the situation near Town Lake Parkway in Woodstock, Georgia. So I am grateful to know that at least that caller was able to take care of himself and his family.
There are some good restaurants in Woodstock. I'd hate to see them be the first place to get destroyed.
I like Woodstock.
I do too.
Woodstock's a good place. Maybe God will spare it.
I think God will, because there's a lot of good God-fearing people up there in Cobb County. Is that Cobb County, or is it?
No, that is Cherokee.
Cherokee County. Well, it's
That
right
is
there in the
Cherokee
name.
County.
Cherokee, or God's people.
Something interesting, if I can find it here. Yeah. Now, earlier today, because we just heard from that caller prepping for the end of the world. Earlier today, you went out and spoke with some people about the end of the world. Where
Yes.
were you today, by the way?
I was in Cabbagetown. You know where Cabbagetown is?
It is pretty much in that downtownish.
Well, it's downtown. It's just past. If you're going south, it's past Edgewood and Old Fourth Ward. It's a little community off of Carroll Street with a lot of eclectic buildings that are protected. It used to be a cabbage mill down there, and that's where the cabbage lofts are.
Oh, I thought they grew cabbage.
No, they did not.
Or they ate it.
Maybe they ate it because it's cheap.
And we'll leave it at that. Ba-dum-ching.
Yes.
All right, so you went out and you talked to some people. Let's hear what some of those nice people had to say.
If you knew the world was going to end tomorrow, what is the one thing you would do?
Y2K.
Call your mother one last time.
I guess if it's ending, I'll wrestle a bear. See if I'll take my chances of that.
I think I have to sit down and think about that also.
Honestly, I'd spend time with family, especially my mom.
Say you know the end of the world is going to be tomorrow, what is the one thing you will do before the end of the world?
Since I already have this planned for tomorrow, I think I would just speed it up. I'm going to do an Ironman before the world ends. I think that's a good way to kind of set my soul free before it all ends.
I like that.
I like it too, but I wouldn't do an Ironman. I would just sit in an easy chair and watch people doing an Ironman.
Well, there's that too. But what was the first one? Did he say Y2K?
He just went, Y2K.
Y2K.
Yeah, that was my bad Scottish accent. Y2K, man.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So what would you do? You can chat with us online here at YouTube. You can call us at 877-310-2100. What would you pack in your suitcase? What are you going to pack in your suitcase for the end of the world?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Dog food, because I'd bring the dogs. My cat, well, he'd have to fend for himself. Let's see. Because cats are good at that. They can go find little animals. Beer. Things that aren't beer. And Doritos, because I'd want to go out eating my favorite snack.
That sounds pretty good. I think I would bring a toothbrush.
Oh, a gun. You're going to need a gun because people are going to try to take my Doritos.
Yeah. Don't forget your ammo.
Nope, need your ammo.
Clean pair of underwear.
Don't forget leaves.
That's some sound advice. But I'm sure that can also, with my luck, I'd be wiping with poison ivy or something and really hate my life.
Then you better bring Preparation H and some Gold Bond powder.
Well, yes. Anything to help the itch, something to help with the twitching from the itching and the squirming from the burning.
Now, what are some more end of the world prophecies?
Let's see here. End of the world prophecies. Well, let's just. I'm looking at random things, by the way, here.
My favorite one is Heaven's Gate. Is that on there?
Heaven's Gate. There is so much on here.
1997. No, 95. Would have been 1995 or 96.
Let's see if Heaven's Gate.
Hale-Bopp comet.
See, there's a lot tied to comets. Heaven's Gate, 1997.
Okay.
Earth changes and a UFO abducting coinciding with the Hale-Bopp comet.
Okay.
Mass suicide in the hopes of hitching ride on said UFOs.
So these are those idiots that were all wearing Nikes and killed themselves, thinking that they were going to get picked up by a UFO and be taken to heaven. I don't know why God would need a UFO. Couldn't he just beam you up like Star Trek? Isn't that what the rapture is?
Did he use a UFO to resurrect Jesus?
No, he did not use a UFO.
Thank you. Oh, speaking of religious people, and yes, this is always tied in.
Yeah.
This is all like religious people saying the world's going to end, repent, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So guess one well-known religious dude made a prediction back in 1980. You know him as Pat Robertson. And here's what he said back in 1980.
Now, God has called this in the Bible the navel of the earth. Now, a navel is sort of like the place where a child is attached to its mother, and God used this as the place where He entered into human history, both through the prophets, through Abraham, through the patriarchs of old, and through Jesus Christ. This has been the center of God's activity and His revelation in the earth. And that's why all the world, the United Nations and the nations of the earth, one day are going to come and move against Israel. Now, the next thing that this thing is so important, Ben, I believe it's very, very significant, is in I'd give it 1982, but date setting is dangerous. I'd say within the next couple of years, we're going to see a war there. The next major war to be fought in the world is going to be right here.
Here?
Here.
Why?
Because the Bible says so.
And the popular answer, the Bible says so.
The Bible says so. It's right there in the navel of the world.
But you know, the navel is awful close to the armpit of the world as well.
Well, the armpit of the world is down here in Venezuela, and the butthole is over here in China. And if you don't understand what I'm saying to you live here from Newport News, Virginia, is that we got tons and tons of vitamins we got to sell. Now I know Alex Jones has vitamins and super male fertility, but our vitamins are blessed by God Himself. So call the 700 Club and get some vitamins for me, and make sure that the Earth's navel doesn't have a bunch of lint in it.
He's just a doddering idiot.
He's up there. He's definitely up there.
He is now, but when he ran for president, he was pretty sharp as a tack. But then sort of toward the end of the 90s and then on to now, he just hunched over and we got to sell these vitamins.
I don't know. He's got quite a following. Quite a following. I bet he was relieved in 1983 that his 1980 prediction that we were all going to die in 1982 was wrong.
Well, like I said, Shanny B, dates are hard. I could have meant 2025 for all I know. Just focus on God and the Earth's navel. The navel.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So Sean Gardner asks Shaney, do you read Sutter Kane?
Who's Sutter Kane?
I finally watched Out of the Mouth of Madness, or In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, the John Carpenter film.
The John Carpenter film, where padded room, black crosses everywhere behind him and on him. Mm-hmm. So I actually... Sean had called I guess it was Sean that called.
Yeah, you recommended it last week.
Said that was the name of the movie. After we did the show, I tweeted to him and I said, "Hey, what's that movie again?" Mm-hmm. So I watched it. So I am now reading Sutter Kane, which is why I'm a little crazy right now.
Is it a creepy book? What is it about? You can spoil it.
The movie is about a series of books.
Okay.
And the books basically are making people insane.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. And now you can still watch the movie. I didn't totally ruin it.
Maybe I read those books before I started reading the Bible.
You don't know they didn't get picked up. The Hale-Bopp comet, says Jeff. He could be right. He could be right.
No.
You know, the bodies were there, but that doesn't matter. But you have things going from a worldwide economic collapse, pre-tribunal rapture. Let's see here.
I never heard of the rapture until those books came out, the Left Behind books. Did you ever read those, thinking that's exactly what's going to happen? Do you remember those books?
The first time I heard of rapture was Blondie.
Well, yeah, but that's a different thing. That's the man from Mars coming down and eating cars.
Oh, yes.
But no, remember the rapture? That book, the Left Behind series. It was interesting science fiction from a biblical point of view, but you should check them out. They made a horrible movie about it with oh God, who am I thinking of? Kirk Cameron was in the TV film, and I think they made a feature film with Nicolas Cage.
Kirk Cameron. There's another religious one.
Kirk Cameron, he knows when the end of the world's coming.
He's going to be next to tell us, I am sure. 877-310-2100 if you would like to call in live on the Tim and Shaney B Experiment. We're here every Saturday. Well, this is the last one because it's the end of the world. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the like buttons, do whatever the hell you need to do to not miss a show. Let's go back here to our Apocalypse Watch 2017. Yes, London still there. Melbourne still there. Tokyo still there. Somebody's riding a bike.
Oh.
Ching, 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 ching. And Venice looks okay. So that's good.
What about Des Moines, Iowa?
Who cares?
Do you like
Des
corn?
Moines.
I don't know. Find something.
You're falling off the screen. Why don't you scoot a little closer? Come a little closer.
You smell.
I bathed.
You don't bathe.
I bathed.
So what else is in the news? What else do we want to talk about today? Besides the end of the world, we got to cover everything before the world blows up.
We have so much. I have prepared so much, and then my mind's a blank.
Mm.
I am interested in this particular story.
Which one?
Let me bring it up here
Okay.
because I've been busy fooling around with OBS in the studio that I don't have my notes in front of me, but I want to talk about why ding-dongs and dumbbells don't mix. Stay tuned for that.
Okay.
We're going to go to a call here. We have a caller live on the Tim and Shaney B Experiment. Welcome to the program.
Ole, vatos.
Ole.
Oregato. That's Brazilian, isn't it?
It's New Mexican.
Oh. Obrigado is some kind of greeting in Brazilian. Don't ask why I know that.
Obrigado.
Arigato?
Obrigado? That's cat.
No, I thought he said arigato.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Arigato
That's
is
fat cat.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
A wet cat. And be very careful. Sorry to interrupt, caller. Glad you're here. What's on your mind today?
No, sir. Well, in the vein of the end of the world, there is a fantastic Neil Gaiman poem. It's called The Day the Saucers Came.
Yes.
There is a highly entertaining YouTube video that accompanies it. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. Are you going to read it?
Read it? Hell, Neil Gaiman reads it.
No, why don't you read it? Read the whole thing, and we'll just put you on. I'll put a picture up of Neil Gaiman, and you can.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna warm up my shorthand pencil, and I'll be back in 2 days.
Okay.
Write it down and then recite it. Man, what kind of comedian do you think you are?
Bad one.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Anyway.
All right, but hey,
who owns the sun, man?
Huh?
Who owns the sun?
Who owns the sun? Nobody owns the sun.
Don't, Timmy, you're failing me, man.
Huh?
Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah, who owns the sun? Super male vitality. Dear swimmers not swim. Take super male vitality.
God.
That's beautiful.
Infowars.org.
That's good stuff.
An excellent job, gentlemen, and I'm going to go back to watching now.
Okay.
But, yeah, if you get a chance, check out the Neil Gaiman thing, and if you can run it, I know you probably got all your time squashed as it is, but trust me, the Neil Gaiman, The Day the Saucers Came, and it's a YouTube video.
Neil, how do you spell it? Neil, G-A-M-O...
Gaiman.
Oh, G-A-I-M-A-N?
Neil Gaiman,
G-A-Y-M-A-N. Oh, well,
no, it's not Neil Gaiman.
Well, here at WSB, the network here will not let me open that page. I'm sorry. Our IT department is run by nuns.
Yeah.
Put that down.
There's no swearing, and look, I'm even editing myself.
Oh, there's even...
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, by the way. I gave up on trying to put up the podcast from last week. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
There was more...
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
No,
I
that's
apologize.
okay.
You just encouraged me to swear, so once I open up that box...
No, you let me off the hook. That's what you did.
That's true.
It's quite all right.
Gentlemen.
Glad you're listening. Glad to have you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, sir, very much, and hopefully you enjoyed the Sutter King. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I thought Sutter Cane sounded like a wine, bottle of wine or something.
Yeah, you can get it for $10.99 at Kroger.
So, terrible thing happened to a particular individual. I'm going to turn off the YouTube chat here while I tell you this story, because this is out of Germany. Gym goer has to call firefighters to slice up dumbbell weight he had managed to get his penis stuck in while training. Okay?
His Wiener Schnitzel got caught in the weights.
This is bad.
What was he doing?
A man stuck his penis in a dumbbell weight. He spent 3 hours surrounded by firefighters who sliced him free with power tools.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible. I have a...
I feel cringy.
I used to have a picture, but
No, don't show us a picture.
Well, not of that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't have it.
You had a picture of the dumbbell, right? Not the wiener.
I did. Let's see if I can find it here because I wanted to share this with you. I
want to know how a guy, why he did it. What was his intent? Was he trying to have sex with the dumbbell because they're made of iron?
Well, you know how people are. I think
I don't know anybody that's ever done that.
Well, I think that...
Was he trying to impress a woman? Look, I can lift this weight with my Johnson.
I just knocked this off the screen here, but
we're still here
because I'm going to try to show you this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is.
The best I can. Yes, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I can't scale it any wider, but yes, they had to sedate the poor guy.
So he got stuck.
So they could smash the dumbbell apart to free his ding dong.
How did it get stuck?
He stuck his wiener in it.
Okay, but we're going to do some
But why couldn't they use a little bit of KY jelly?
KY jelly?
A little spit and free him.
Well, again, it begs the question, did he... I want to be delicate here. Was he tumescent when he entered the dumbbell? Or did he become tumescent upon entering the dumbbell? And did he take a Viagra? Because you would think that if you're stuck in a dumbbell, you would be freaking out and it would just go... wither up.
I would imagine.
Or he's John Holmes.
That he was happy to see everyone.
Okay.
Inserted the thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at me. I'm a dumbass.
And that it sort of kind of held things there.
Ich bin eine Dummscheiße.
So even if they brought, some fat guy out of the steam room to sort of, change his mind a little bit.
Right.
There was no hope because it was all trapped.
Oh, that's terrible.
So now this incident follows a man's penis being cut off by a circular saw in a Gloucestershire incident. Surgeons were able to save his genitalia after he was rushed to Bristol Southmeads Hospital on Monday, September 4th. This has been a bad month in Germany for people's wieners.
A Gloucestershire man was followed to the hospital by a circular saw. His penis was reattached at Bristol Southmeads Hospital on Monday, September 4th.
Hospital.
Yes.
I love how they say that.
It took 8 hours to complete. It'll never work again.
John Wayne Bobbitt, though, didn't his work after,
Allegedly, it looked terrible. Did you ever see that movie he made after he had it reattached?
I didn't want to, but I know you did.
Yeah, I did. I've seen it was the 90s. But anyway.
Speaking of hospital,
yeah,
I just wonder if England's... No, I'm sorry. There
Scottish guy's fine.
Oh, well, Scottish guy's good. But oh, good. London's still there. All right.
We're fine.
Melbourne, Tokyo. Traffic is moving well through the Ching Chang intersection. And Venice is romantic as ever.
Did you just say the Ching Chang intersection?
What they call it?
Well, no, it's not China. It's Tokyo.
That's all the same.
Yin Yang.
God, educate yourself.
London is fine. We're just having massive penis attacks. They're sewing off genitalia everywhere. They did have an acid attack in London today.
They did?
Mm-hmm. Or as they call it, Saturday.
Today is Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there any new news on it?
I just saw it breaking before we started the show. I mean, you can't laugh at it, but...
Now, was it on 4chan or was it real news?
No, it was real news. 4chan's real. Don't talk about 4chan.
I'm not seeing anything.
Well, no, you've got to Google London or type in London. It's there.
I'm looking in my network feeds here.
Yes.
I don't see anything.
Well, you see John McCain, my friends.
If it's nothing to bash Trump, the media just ain't going to cover it.
No, that's true.
The media ain't going to cover it. Speaking of Donald Trump,
mm-hmm.
Did you see his rally?
Yes, the one in Huntsville, Alabama? Yeah. I watched some of it on YouTube this morning.
I watched a little bit of it last night, but then I realized it's Friday night. I don't have to really work. Mm-hmm. Why in the hell am I watching this?
Well, here's my thing about Donald Trump's speeches. When you had him at the UN, you have a prepared, nuanced speech. He very rarely went off course. He didn't, get braggadocious. Which camera am I looking at here? This one here? Okay. Hi there. But then you have him at his rallies. Those are the ones I like when he's just unhinged and embarrassing himself and the nation. No, I'm kidding.
But do you think he embarrassed himself?
It depends. I mean, look, I'm of two schools when it comes to the president. I don't dislike him. But I think he goes a little over the edge sometimes. And I laugh at the fact that it triggers people and it makes so many people, just lose their minds on Twitter. Like Keith Olbermann's one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter. He hasn't done a tweet without the F word in it since last fall. He's insane. But I don't know, man. Dial it down a notch. Let's.
Well, the thing is at those rallies, he's amongst friends.
I know.
He's amongst supporters.
But there's cameras there with lots of enemies watching.
I know. That just fuels his fire.
I know.
It's great.
I know. It's entertaining. I mean.
And I'm being told that. Yes. Oh, President Trump is going to join us today.
Okay.
He's going to join us today
for sure.
But let's share a little bit of just to kind of set things up a little bit, because yes, Luther Strange and Roy Moore.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Is it Roy Moore?
Now, Luther Strange is definitely a name straight out of Alabama. That's a Central Casting Southern.
I'm
Luther Strange.
I'm Luther Strange, and I'm going to preach Jesus to you. I'm a good born-again Christian. I'm going to make America great again, even though it's being made great again already.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the wrong camera. Hello.
Hi.
So, yes. Do I have Donald Trump? Yes, I do. Donald Trump. So, last night he was out stumping for Luther Strange. Their election, by the way, their special election is Tuesday, I believe.
Okay, so this Tuesday, those two square off?
They square off because this is the seat to replace
Jeff Sessions,
who is now our Attorney General.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a new senator. And with all this health care crap going on, the Graham Cassidy thing, by the way, I guess you heard Friday, that John McCain is not going to do it.
Nope.
And you have Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. She's all, and then Susan Collins of Maine.
Right.
I don't think I can support this.
Has she already said that?
Yeah, she always says that.
Well, I don't know.
So she'll be a no.
She might want to run for governor, so that might screw her if she doesn't.
And Rand Paul, hell no.
Well, I know Rand Paul, but at least his is principled.
Yeah, but his principles ain't going to work right now.
No, because I'm a libertarian. I'm from Kentucky, and you talk like this.
So Donald Trump, he was out there, and so here's a little bit of what Donald Trump had to say with John McCain, North Korea, and the NFL.
Okay,
your favorite.
Now, John McCain's list. John McCain was not on the list, so that was a totally unexpected thing. Terrible. Honestly, terrible. Repeal and replace, because John McCain, if you look at his campaign, his last campaign, was all about repeal and replace. Repeal and replace. So he decided to do something different, and that's fine. And I say we still have a chance to. Oh, we're going to do it eventually. We're going to do it eventually. By the way, Rocket Man should have been handled a long time ago. He should have been handled a long time ago by Clinton. I won't mention the Republicans, right? But by Obama. Why did this, this is a different time. This should have been handled 8 years ago and 4 years ago. And honestly, and 15 years ago and 20 years ago and 25 years ago. This shouldn't be handled now, but I'm going to handle it because we have to handle it. Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
So that is last night in Huntsville, Alabama, and joining us now live via satellite from Washington, D.C. on the Tim and Shaney B Experiment, I am happy to welcome President Donald J. Trump to the program. Mr. President, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Tim and Shaney B. I love your show. I stopped eating Kentucky Fried Chicken to watch your show, and I find it very entertaining. Also,
it's an honor to have you, sir. Well, and it's been a busy week for you, we know, because you just flew back from Huntsville earlier this week. You were,
and boy, are my arms tired.
I bet they are.
Yes,
I bet they are, because you wouldn't use taxpayer money and waste it on.
No, I wouldn't use a private jet like that horrible Tom Price. I want to kick him out of my administration.
Well, and there's plenty of time to do that.
Yes.
But, you were also in your home state of New York. For the United Nations General Assembly.
Yes.
And you let Rocket Man have it.
I let Rocket Man have it.
You let Iran have it.
Who?
Iran.
Oh, Iran?
Yes.
I don't like Iran. Iran? Their deal was terrible. I hate that deal. You know who made that deal? Barack Obama. He took a boatload of cash, gave it to these Muslims, and said, "Here, do whatever you want."
On pallets, even.
Mm-hmm.
Even, yes.
Sorry, I had to swallow some spit.
You also threw Venezuela under the bus for their socialist antics.
That's right. People talk about socialism, and when they talk about it, they say, well, it's never been implemented properly. Well, in Venezuela, it has been. Look how horrible it is. People are eating garbage and using leaves to wipe themselves.
Well, people do that here, too.
Right.
So
Not me. I use pure silk toilet paper.
Only the best for the president.
Gilded.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. But
Thank
now,
you.
I am told by people in your administration that have been leaking information to me.
Who told you that?
Well, that's classified, and as
I'm the president.
as a
I should
person
know.
of the media, I am protected by the Constitution to not tell you who
Look,
the hell told me anything.
If you're going to take one of my leaks, just kidding. What's your question? I'm trying to be funny.
Well, that was funny.
Yeah.
But I just don't want you to take a leak, on the Tim and Shaney B experiment.
I might.
But and I won't take a leak either. So we'll agree to agree.
Do as you must.
But I am told by secret people inside your administration that there were things in that speech at the United Nations General Assembly that were taken out.
There were.
And I would like to give you the chance here on the Tim and Shaney B experiment to elaborate on those topics.
All right, let me see if I remember. Okay, hold on. Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Yes, sir.
This one is about Canada. Canada, our little cheese curd-eating brother who lives in America's attic. It's more like a treehouse, actually. I love your Prime Minister, Fidel Castro Jr. Look it up.
Oh, isn't it Justin Trudeau?
No, his mother banged Fidel Castro.
Oh.
Can you believe that? Castro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I call him that because it's true. Look it up. Nothing to be ashamed of. I've had lots of sex with a lot of different women.
Well, I'm sure the fact checkers will also be on top of this.
Fine. Whatever. Try and prove me wrong.
Purveyors of truth,
Did you see his mother in Hustler? Maggie Trudeau. She's gorgeous. Anyway, Canada, we need a better deal on NAFTA. So they wouldn't let me say that.
Well, who took these statements out?
My babysitter, John Kelly. He's great, though. I love him. He lets me stay up past 12.
He's a good man. He does seem to be a bit of a party pooper.
Well, sometimes even a great, great, great president needs to be reined in. All right, you want to hear the other one? Or there's two more?
Oh, yes, by all means.
All right,
the floor is yours, Mr. President.
I have the floor. Okay. Russia has been an essential ally in the war on ISIS and other terrorists. But they've been very bad. You've been very bad, Russia. The United States has done more to defeat ISIS in Syria and Iraq in the last 10 minutes than Bush and Obama combined. Ukraine? Russia can keep it as far as I'm concerned. Crazy John McCain won't like it, but who cares?
Well, he doesn't like anything, Mr. President.
No, I don't like him either. I like people who don't get shot down. Ooh. Also, I have information on what he really did in Vietnam. Thank you, Vietnam. What a terrific country. What do you think of that, Shaney B?
Well, Mr. President, I think those are very strong words, very passionate words towards Russia, towards Canada.
Right.
And your love of Vietnam. That's great.
Vietnam, what a great place. I've been there several times. They have one of my hotels right there in Ho Chi Minh City, which I still call Saigon. Okay, you ready for the last one?
Last one, Mr. President.
Finally, let's never forget that I won the election by a huge electoral landslide. Biggest one ever. Look it up if you don't believe me. This morning, as I stand addressing all of you very important people, Hillary Clinton is sitting at a folding table, stuffed between bottled water and toilet paper at a Costco in Fresno. Thank you, and may God bless America.
May God bless you too, Mr. President.
Do you want to ask me anything about my Huntsville stuff?
No, well...
Like sit down, LeBron, and shut up and quit calling me out on Twitter?
I think that you said it all. Because, you know what?
LaShawn McCoy.
You son of a biscuit eater.
No, hang on a minute.
Here.
LaShawn McCoy, the Buffalo Bills running back, can kiss my big fat orange ass.
And you know what? I think he can kiss mine too.
The
you know
Bills
what?
are always going to
It's-
suck, Shaney
It's
B.
the National Football League. So
Right.
if you can't stand for the national anthem, well, then
Right.
just get the hell out of the league.
Unless you're
Period.
from Canada. Go to Canada and play in the CFL if you can figure out the rules.
There you go. There you
Canada.
go.
All right.
Mr. President, in the time we have left, a question for you. Today is the end of the world.
Right.
My first question to you is, does this upset you that you will be a one-term president?
Not in the slightest. I want to be like James K. Polk. I'll accomplish everything in 4 years and not run again. Believe me.
And is there anything on your mind, any final words on this last day of the world? Anything you're going to pack in your special Trump suitcase?
I will pack Melania in my suitcase. And I will give Barron a semi-automatic and tell him to protect the White House. And then I will go into a bunker where I will ride out the end of the world, where I will reemerge in a year to an America that will love me more and more and more. What do you think of that, Shaney B?
It would be fascinating because you would be the only man left on Earth.
Right.
Melania, the only woman left on Earth.
Right. We
Then
have to
it will be the
repopulate.
Trumps repopulating the Earth.
Right.
Wow. And the world will be great again. Mr. President, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All the best to
MAGA.
you. MAGA, hashtag MAGA. Thank you, Mr. President. Wowie. Oh, wow, Tim. This was really
That's shocking that we got a lot out of him there.
We really did, and I am truly thrilled that he took the time out of his busy schedule to join us. I'm trying to put the chat up because I am sure there are people with a few things to say here.
Uh-oh.
Look at that. Saxophone and a bottle of tequila.
Saxophone and a bottle of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how to play the saxophone, and I hate tequila. No, actually, I like tequila.
Now, I don't think he's referring to Donald Trump in that last question that I asked him.
Okay.
But I bet that is what would be in Bill Clinton's suitcase.
Oh, yeah, that would
for
be
the,
in
for the
mine.
big comet to fly out.
And my Hustler collection. I can't go anywhere without that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to have my Hustlers. I got to have my lube. And I got to have my saxophone. And what else did he say? Oh, a bottle of tequila.
Your little blue pills.
And I need my little blue pills.
He's up there at 80. He's not looking good.
Well, I've had 78 heart surgeries. What do you expect?
Well, you know.
And have you seen my wife? That woman will age you 5 years and in 5 minutes. If you spend a lot of time with her, your voice will sound like this because you're constantly screaming at each other.
Yes, that's true.
And plus, she's always falling down, and I got to pick her up. What do you expect?
Well, you know.
Why don't I get a little face thing like the president? I'm better than him. Way to go, Shaney B.
You know what?
Yes.
I wonder if Bill Clinton would do something like this. This is breaking news.
Breaking. Uh-oh. Breaking news. Tell me about it.
Let me get serious here with
Uh-oh.
this camera. It's not delivery. It's lewd and disgusting.
Oh, I know this story.
All right. A couple caught on security camera having sex in a Domino's could face jail time for their obscene and disgusting acts. Daniela Hurst and Craig Smith were waiting for their stuffed crust pizza at the chain in Scarborough, North Yorks, when they let their exuberant spirits get the better of them.
So this was in England?
I don't know. I'm just reading
You
the
said
headline.
Scarborough, North York. It sounds like England.
It sounds like it. Well, I'm going to imagine that's it.
Well,
but they were ordering a stuffed crust pizza, and while they were waiting, he stuffed her crust.
Oh, crust, gross.
In a pizza joint. Yes.
What did they use for lube?
Probably
pizza sauce.
Marinara.
Marinara.
Pizza sauce, yeah.
Get the door. It's Domino's, and we're having sex in here.
At a court hearing, the 18-minute-long footage shows the couple performing various sexual acts in front of the Domino's employees.
Why didn't the Domino's employees call the police?
Well, I believe they did.
Yeah. Okay, so 18 minutes. At least we know the guy is a good
dialed-
lovemaker.
Hello? Hello?
There's two people in here
Let me
rogering
dial
each other
999.
right on the floor.
That's the 911 of
999.
999.
Write that down, Shaney B.
Hello? Please send police. Are they
Please.
bobbies?
They're bobbies.
Hello? Please send Bobby. There are people making love right here in our Domino's.
He's rogering her, shagging her hard, and it is fantastic.
Buggery bollocks.
Buggery right here in Domino's. This
So-
wouldn't happen at Papa John's, I can tell you that.
I'm telling you, get the door. It's Domino's.
It wouldn't happen in Papa John's. Papa would just, teleport there and beat the hell out of
Papa
everybody.
wouldn't have it. he wouldn't have
Better
it.
pizza, better ingredients, leathery face. Papa John's.
Papa John's.
He does a kind of a leathery face.
I'm his Papa John's.
I knew a guy that used to work with him on his commercials. You know, all those commercial productions that he does. And he said the guy chain smokes worse than me. Like a cigarette, as soon as it's out, he lights another one. You can kind of see
Papa
that in his
does?
face. Yeah, Papa.
Huh. Yeah, you can always tell here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They get the squints.
Got
I guess
the
'cause all
crow's
the
feet. Got the
smoke
crow's
went in
feet,
their eyes.
don't we?
We need to go back to Apocalypse Watch here for just
Yeah,
a moment.
'cause
Just
I wanna
to
know
make
what's happening in
sure,
Tokyo.
Has anything happened? Is everybody still there? Is everybody okay?
Well, as you called it,
My
Ching
God,
Chang
you know, we're pretty...
Ching Chong Street.
That's... Yes. The
It's
intersection
horrible.
of Ching and Chong.
Yes.
But here in the padded room, Tim, I think maybe the world could end and we might be protected in here. We could be the only two alive, but...
And when we'll be like Burgess Meredith in that Twilight Zone episode where he can read all the books finally and then his glasses break. Oh, irony.
Yes, I remember that Twilight Zone.
Yes.
So, you know, speaking of Twilight Zone, did you see Lawrence O'Donnell?
Yes, I saw that. That was a terrific
He
video.
had a Twilight Zone moment. It absolutely just lost his crap.
Now, he is with MSNBC, right?
Yes, he is MSNBC, the final word.
Okay.
And he is, isn't he just a self-proclaimed socialist?
I think so.
And he's just pretty much an ass. I can't stand him.
Now, when is he on? Because I never watch MSNBC.
He's got to be on at either 8
Well, if he's the last word, wouldn't he be on last?
You would. Oh, maybe he. No, I don't know. I don't know. Because when's Rachel Madcow on? She's on at
Either
9.
8 or see, we don't know.
No, she's on at 9 because
Nobody beats me, I can tell you that.
Because Fox News Channel is now moving Hannity to 9 o'clock.
I'm going to wipe up the floor with him.
And he's going to...
Wait, sorry, her.
She's... Well, you know what? Same difference.
Well.
Same difference. But, yeah, he's going to go head-to-head with Rachel Maddow.
Okay.
They're moving the 5 back to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Because The Specialist was one horrible show. Did you ever watch that?
No. I don't really watch that kind of TV.
That was a waste of time.
I catch everything on YouTube, especially the Tucker Carlson where he just stares at the camera like this.
That is his
face.
I'm afraid. You know, but I met Tucker Carlson last year. What a super nice guy.
He seems like he'd be a nice guy.
And I really liked him when he would do Fox and Friends or whatever it was.
Yes, I liked him when he was an independent pundit.
But,
he
and the Daily Caller is a pretty good site.
He had Rob Reiner on either last night or the night before, and he made him he got him speechless. You'd have to go find that somewhere, but because I'm not going to relay it, but it was really good. But he did do this a lot.
That is what he did with the bow tie.
No, he doesn't wear that anymore.
Well, he used to.
No, but if you remember, it was Jon Stewart shamed him into wearing a regular tie.
It was funny because there's a video because once he took over Bill O'Reilly's slot, that a video surfaced of him basically calling Bill O'Reilly what he really was, a fraud.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live! We'll do it live!
We'll do it live. Well, let's get back to
and Lawrence O'Donnell had his whole we'll do it live moment. And if you haven't watched it, let's enjoy together.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, today, President Trump visited Texas, but he forgot to bring any empathy with him. But he did bring a hat that is for sale.
I don't get it.
58 seconds.
What's going on? Why am I losing this? Why don't I have sound? All right, it's back. Someone's pressing buttons and turning my sound off.
Oh, no.
Who's asking for a Labor Day rundown in my ear?
I haven't seen the video till now.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I heard it, but I haven't watched it.
It's nice of us to sit at his
Someone
desk.
in that control room is out of control.
Uh-oh.
He's talking about us, Tim.
I'm going to wad this paper up. I'm nervous.
He's going to make a paper airplane.
20 seconds.
Uh-oh. Oh, what did he say? He said the F word, didn't he?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Lick your fingers.
5, 4.
He just pooped a little. Okay.
In horrific disaster and tragedy, and
What a
into
bad
that
cut.
tragedy today stepped the President of the United States.
His angry face and his back to me face.
There's insanity in the control room tonight.
15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's coming. That's coming. I left that in here for you.
Thank you.
5, 4.
I'm fascinated by this.
He farted.
James Fallows and Josh Earnest, thank you both for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Coming up, is Donald Trump going to be called to testify to Congress? Michael Liskoff has the latest on that. Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer? Where is it?
I don't know.
Where's the hammer?
It's on a different.
Is it on the... Go up on the other floor. Somebody go up there and stop the hammering. Stop the hammering.
Can you pause it for 1 second?
I don't have a pause.
Okay. It's almost over. Right?
I'll go down to the floor myself and stop it. Keep the commercial break going.
Here's your papers, Mr. O'Donnell.
Call Phil Griffin. I don't care who the you have to call. Stop the hammering.
And she's completely unfazed.
Oh, yeah, he must
This
yell
is this is another day at the office.
Yeah, he must yell all the time.
Empty out the control room and find out where this is going on. It's either there or out there somewhere.
Is he still going? Still.
The woman talking in my ear was talking about the Labor Day special repeatedly. Every time we went to a SOT.
All right.
All right. Can I tell you something before you play the next video clip?
Yes.
I kind of empathize with the poor guy. Now, I don't agree with his politics. I don't watch the channel. But I think that the producer who leaked that should be fired. And I really hope that they are. Because that kind of stuff goes on all the time. It happens in radio. It happens, obviously, in TV. People lose their minds when things aren't the way they're supposed to be. So I kind of got to defend him.
And
there.
on YouTube streams.
Yes. Well, we're not going to yell. And if we do, it'll be funny.
But, you know.
All right.
So,
but that's my take on it.
We've had other moments like this in time.
Oh, of course. It's not even the best one.
You know, let's not forget this classic moment.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
Inside.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
And I love this. Thank you for watching. And of course, my old favorite was this.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles. But he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record.
Here we go.
Play the record, okay?
Okay.
Please.
Come on, Shaggy. You can do it.
Zoinks! See, when you come out of those up-tempo numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a up-tempo record every time I do a death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week.
Where's the picture?
Because last time, I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a record that is that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying.
There's another one that's not on, there's no video of it or anything, but he's recording liners for radio stations around the country. Syndicated radio shows have to do that. And he's reading them, and he goes, Maine's most... I'm not going to read that S. How do I know they're Maine's most listened to radio station? F them.
They're moving American Top 40 to Saturday morning at 2. 2?
Yeah, that's the other one, yeah.
That was my favorite.
2?
But, you know, we have a special guest, and I'm glad I'm being told.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't care about the Labor Day special. Ugh, Jesus.
Let's do it live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop the damn hammering.
Caitlyn Jenner. I hear. Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, thank goodness, because I hope Caitlyn is here. We're going to try very quickly to
I wonder where she is.
Jenner. I'm not so sure.
Let's see.
Where are you? You need to get ready because we're going to.
Oh, here I am.
Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, I'm thrilled. Oh, this is
hi.
What
Thanks
an
for
honor.
having me.
Here
It's such
on the
an
Tim and
honor.
Shani B Experiment live from Malibu, California. It's Caitlyn Jenner, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, go easy on Casey. His frozen head is in Sweden, and the rest of his body's buried somewhere. I don't know.
Did they ever bury any part of him?
They think they buried his wiener. They buried his wiener in California, and it's just sad. It's very sad.
Wasn't in you.
No, well, I don't have one anymore, at least as far as I know. Did you hear my daughter's pregnant?
No, congratulations. You're going to be a grandmother.
Right, I'm going to be a grandmother and a grandfather. I'm my own grandpa. Ha! Remember that song? Oh, it's so fantastic. So good to be here. What's your question?
Well, gee, we only have a short amount of time left here in the Tim and Shani B Experiment.
Yeah.
You are a trans woman.
Yeah.
And a Republican, even.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the
supported
GOP.
Donald Trump.
Gone old penis.
Did you like Donald Trump's, first of all, his address to the United Nations last week?
Let me tell you, Shani B, that gave me confidence that we have a president who's not going to put up with these terrorists and that horrible, horrible Kim Dong-dong over there and wherever.
But, do you worry about him bombing North Korea and all the trans people in North Korea?
Well, I have a trans outreach program to all the trans people in North Korea, and what we're going to do is they're going to defect to South Korea, and I'm going to bring them over here, and then we're going to do a reality show with all of them because everything I touch turns to gold. That's why I became a lady. Well, that, and I've always wanted to be a lady.
Well, I think you said you were always, because I read your book cover to cover. I couldn't put it down. It was the best thing I ever read.
Thank you. Did you buy it, or did you download it illegally?
I read it in a library.
Well, okay. Well, I get $1 every time that happens.
And it's wonderful. But you said you had always felt like a woman.
I have. I still feel like a woman. Damn, you remember that Shania Twain song?
A man, I feel like a woman.
That's right. Man, I feel like a woman,
you could relate to that song.
I do, because I was a man, and now I'm a woman. Well, I've always been a woman, but I had male parts. I still have male parts, but I have breasts.
Caitlyn, back I remember, in my childhood, you being on a box of Wheaties.
Yeah.
Are you...
Now I'm on Fruity Pebbles.
No.
Oh, that's a bad joke. I'm sorry. That wasn't very...
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, I hate it when I offend myself.
I was in the... I auditioned to be on a box of Fruit Loops.
You were?
Yes, I tried very hard.
Were you Toucan Sam?
Well, no, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. But
Toucan Shani B.
But they said my beak wasn't big enough.
Well, it's not the size of the beak. It's how you do the pecking.
Well, that didn't work either because I said I tried everything.
Well, you didn't.
But this isn't about me. This is about you. And what can we expect from Caitlyn Jenner soon? Another car accident where you damn near kill somebody or actually kill somebody? Or?
Yeah, I actually killed somebody, but I got away with it because I'm famous. That's we have fame privilege. We get away with crime. And murder. Just look at OJ. What a great guy. I think he got run through the ringer. And, my ex-wife's ex-husband, who passed away, God rest his soul, was very good friends with Juice. And when Juice gets out, I would love to invite him on the show and have him impregnate my other daughter. That way we'll have everything will come full circle, and OJ will be back on TV where he belongs.
Well, that's fantastic. And
right.
To have a multiracial family is very progressive.
Right. We have Armenians. We got black people. We got men and women that used to be men. It's great. It's very, very, very diverse.
Well, Caitlyn, I am so sorry to cut this short, but we have got to wrap it up because we're almost near of our program. All the best to you, and keep up the good work.
I'll keep it up.
Thank you so much. That is Caitlyn Jenner, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Tim and Shani B Experiment. Back to Apocalypse Watch here very quickly. I just want to make sure that everything is okay.
Okay.
London's still there. Ching Chong Avenue is still there.
Stop it.
Did I say that?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, I didn't mean
It's so mean.
Well, Venice is okay, and Melbourne, Australia. Can you do an Australian accent?
Oh, I can do an Australian accent. Just a little bit of this one. I always think of like Robert Scarpio from General Hospital.
That's very good. That's very good. Some final chats here as we come to our close. By the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel here for the Tim and Shani B Experiment. So far, the world hasn't ended, so we might be here
5
again
hours.
for Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. So click the like button, click subscribe, like our Facebook page as well.
Please do.
Facebook/TSBexperiment. Let's see here. Anything else? It's porn. Don't watch. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, they're having their own little time. See, that's what you do when you have these live shows and chats. They follow the show, and then they have their own little show. I love it.
YouTube video, End of the World. I do want to check that out because what was the name of that again?
Neil Gaiman.
As I hiccup and burp in my microphone.
I'll ask him later.
Yes, he did. Neil Gaiman. That's right. Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman.
Alex Jones. Waste of time. Football. Boring. Yes, football is boring.
No, it's not.
Well, let's see. Here at WSB Radio, we want you to turn on the game, and
listen to the Bulldogs right here on WSB.
Have it on, and then stream us in the meantime. But turn us up a little bit louder so you can hear it.
Turn it down. You don't want to hear those blathering idiots.
All right. I guess we are out of here, Tim. This is it.
All right. Good show. Great job producing it.
Well, thank you for a great time and for booking those awesome guests.
Well, that's my specialty.
You are special. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week, I think, because I don't think the world's really ending.
It's not.
And until then,
bye.
TTFN.
TTFN.